A young boy is cast into the wilderness as his mother flees for her life into the woods. There, an old woman, a crone of the mountain, a Yama-uba, takes him in to raise him. In other tellings, it is his mother herself who becomes this woman of the mountain. The boy is ruddy-skinned and a rotund little thing wearing only an apron with the symbol Kin written on it, gold. As such, he is named Kintaro, a boy who could talk easily with the animals of the forest and befriend them, and one with freakish strength, even as a toddler. But there's the question. How strong is Kintaro? We can begin with the fact that he could fell trees with the speed of an adult woodcutter at the age of 8, proving he has at least superhuman strength, even as a child. To further this, whilst traveling home from adventuring with his animal friends, they found themselves at the banks of a rushing river, and there was no bridge to cross it. Thusly, Kintaro found a large enough tree and in 3 pulls ripped it from the ground, roots and all, before throwing it over the river and creating a bridge. This feat gets into the wall levels of strength, requiring the energy to uproot a large tree. That night, he returned home and claimed he was the strongest to his mother. And then the bear was second, taking the tree feat into account, and Kintaro's own assessment, his status at wall level is even more solid. The fairy tales tend to go on to describe him growing stronger and stronger as he grows older and older, eventually aiding General Raiko and the other 4 braves in the subjugation of the monstrous Oni, Shuten Doji, and potentially being the one to kill it, though that's only in some tellings, as the credit usually goes to General Raiko, with Kintaro and the other braves holding the monster down as Raiko beheads it. If he did face him, as the fairy tale of the Golden Boy implies, he would have small building levels of attack potency, as that telling does not give the monster the handicap of being drunk and asleep, and Shuten Doji was over 50 feet tall and a powerful demon that casually ripped people apart and ate them. Considering he was called the strongest, even if General Raiko is the one to slay the fiend, it is just as easy to say that Kintaro scales to him as well. Many of his tales lump him somewhere in that wall to small building level of power. Over the years, of course, dozens of traits get attributed to him, and many stories compile, wrestling with bears and fighting other Oni, though ones that remained unnamed, and even being among the 4 braves. But nothing scales higher than his potential Shuten Doji scaling, which I think would comfortably put him in that wall levels of power, with the upper ceiling being the small building level of strength. In terms of durability, Kintaro obviously scales to his attack potency. Facing off with bears and being able to move large trees will take a toll on his body as much as exerting the force to do so. In terms of speed, Kintaro could keep up with the hare and deer and running through the woods, and was as agile as the monkey, if you go off his "I'm the strongest," meaning I am the best out of all of them statement. This gives him superhuman speeds and agility. Overall, Kintaro is somewhere in the wall to small building levels of attack potency with peak to superhuman speeds. So, if you find yourself alone in the woods, as the bear and monkey move about the trees, and the hare and deer look from their hiding places, no, they are not afraid of you. We're just making clear the path as mighty trees fall, and the golden boy, now a man, looks at you, but always to his mother, Kintaro.